Hi, how are you doing? I hope everyone is safe and healthy. I'm Elmo Lee, and today I'm not here to introduce any street food because of this new MCO imposed. Also, for this episode, I won't be speaking in Cantonese because some of these English technical terms I'm using doesn't translate well in Cantonese. Today, I've decided to share my experience in using the PowerPoint. Microsoft PowerPoint is probably the most powerful software ever produced for making presentations. Don't get me wrong, I'm not here to teach you how to use this program because you're probably better than me. I'm here to share some important tips to take your next presentation to another level. Before PowerPoint was introduced, making a presentation is quite a daunting task. In the good old days, before computer was commercially available, each time I have to make a presentation, I would die 1,000 deaths. The butterflies in the stomach just overpower me. No wonder they say there's only 2 times in life when you are absolutely alone. One is when you are to die, and the other is when you go on stage to make a speech. Believe me, it's way tougher than going on stage to perform a song because you have the band behind you, and the moment the music starts, you just need to follow the tempo and belt out the number. It's natural. Later on, the overhead projector was introduced and it improved my presentation, but it wasn't until PowerPoint came along and it saved my life. Today, I dare say that PowerPoint has become a part of our lives. Has any one of you done an elaborate presentation without the help of PowerPoint? In some ways, we are overly dependent on it too. So we all know how to run the software, but are we really making the best out of it? There are very simple ways to improve your presentations, but sadly, most of us aren't making use of them. This episode isn't about advertising, nor is it restricted to only creative professionals. The video is for everyone who wants to create inspiring presentations. It doesn't matter if you are a VP, a CEO, manager, group leader, lecturer, or student. If you make any form of presentation, this video would benefit you. It will offer ideas that will take you to effective presentations, helping you to move away from the apparently unavoidable bullet points, be it presenting to your management, your clients, or your peers. The main objectives are to deliver your messages quickly, induce better retention, and achieve high acceptance. So do you want to make an average or inspiring presentation? The choice is yours. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it, and subscribe if you haven't done so. In order of appearance, this is the first tip. We reside in a world where everything is confusing and complicated, especially in the way we communicate. Therefore, we need to be simple so that we can deliver our inspiring ideas effectively. Sadly, many presenters think that being simple projects them as shallow, so they end up adding complexity to their slides. Remember, the audience can only recall simple things. Don't confuse them. Be single-minded and be clear. A lot of people think that you need to be a good designer in order to create a decent slides looking like a brochure. But you shouldn't make them look like a brochure because brochures are meant for reading. Presentation slides aren't. Remember, the presentation images are there just to support your messages for better communication. Are you one of the culprits who makes your presentation with heavy text using lots of bullet points? This is sheer convenience, and I don't blame you, but I blame it on the templates that came with PowerPoint. No thanks to its function that automatically reduces the font size to make room for more bullets and text. Bullets will destroy your presentation. The best way is not to use them. Start with a blank slide instead of a template. Just add the keywords and images. The golden rule is use 1 point per slide. Remember in school how you long for those days when your teacher tells the class to put away the textbooks and delights us with storytelling? I'm pretty much a space cadet in class, but these moments really caught my attention and made me sit up. So in the same token, you too can inspire your audience and make them remember you for what you presented. And that's right, it's all about telling a story. That's because people are more likely to remember stories better than facts. Facts are boring and dry. Stories are interesting and entertaining. Cleverly hike the facts into a presentation and tell it like a story. These will definitely help your audience retain your messages. Basically, the slides are like pages of a storybook. They are there to aid you in storytelling. Use more slides to tell a story. Do not squeeze everything into one slide. Always remember, you want to make things easy for the audience. Don't force them to read small text and fish for information within the slides. Basically, you want them to focus and listen to what you have to say. This is the rule. Do not show more than 3 elements in a single slide. It could be 3 messages, 3 objects, 3 stories, etc. Apparently, 3 seems to be the limit as to what most people can remember. Always break your information into smaller blocks and present them in groups of 3s. Don't get me wrong, PowerPoint has really got some fantastic, well-designed templates. Unfortunately, the moment you choose one template, you have already fallen into the trap of looking generic. Always remember, you must approach your presentation slides differently. Think out of the box. When your presentation slides are different, your delivery will also be different. Instead of reading off the slides, you'll be entertaining, telling stories. Also, the passion in your delivery will resonate with the audience. Choose the best images that can glorify the messages. Remember, the moment you choose a template, you've already been restricted by a format. 1. Be single-minded. Be very focused and selective on what you need to communicate. The less you show, the more they will retain. 2. Get higher acceptance. You need to be persuasive so that the audience can easily relate to your messages, and this will result in higher acceptance. 3. Identify your call to action. At the end of the day, your goal is to get the audience to buy your ideas, your products, and your service. Presenting numbers can be laborious, especially when you have numbers in spreadsheets like profit and loss accounts, research findings, etc. Basically, the key to presenting numbers is to firstly recognize which numbers are important and present only important numbers. Remember, if you're not going to talk about unimportant numbers, why show them in your slides? Your job is to make the important numbers prominent. If possible, try to select matching images to enhance them. Also, if you have to present your numbers in a chart, first, summarize and regroup your numbers and create a chart to communicate them. Remember, you mustn't show more than a set of 5 data in one slide. Also, just show one chart per slide. Presenting financial data is always a challenge. However, with the principle of simplicity, we just need to focus on which numbers to present. Remember, in a presentation, your job is to highlight the numbers and not to sell them. There are times when you need to break unfavorable news. This slide was used to present a financial report where the presenter failed to meet the projected target. When presenting such information, pause a little to give your audience a little breather before you continue your presentation. This could also break the monotony of the presentation too. Be wary when using humor that it mustn't be too flippant. Always assess the audience and the situation, and it's best to stay away from politics, racial sensitivities, and religions. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it, subscribe if you haven't done so. Thank you.